It is always the right time to tell the truth and to share our stories. But there are times when that sharing is more crucial than ever. When injustice hits particularly close to home, or when people are suffering without hope, we must be willing to tell our truth. More than words, sharing our testimony is a concrete act of resistance. This is especially true if we have been silenced or if others are being silenced. Our silence can indeed equal death, and not just our own. It can mean literal death for our neighbors and fellow citizens. Our willingness to speak up in the face of bigotry is one measure of how willing we are to truly follow Christ. Every time we allow hateful rhetoric to go unchecked, we legitimate those ideals and provide fertile soil for them to grow. If we are unable to have a mildly uncomfortable conversation with someone we know, how can we expect to be courageous when the fruits of the soil are full grown? Psalm 34, 1 through 10. I will bless the Lord always. Praise will continually be on my lips. My soul will boast about the Lord. Let the oppressed hear it and be glad. Glorify God with me, and let us exalt God's name together. I sought the Lord, who answered me and freed me from all my fears. Those who look to God are radiant, and their faces are never covered with shame. The suffering cried out, the Lord heard and saved them from all their troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who revere God and rescues them. Taste and see how good the Lord is. Happiness comes to those who take refuge in God. Holy people of God, revere the Lord. For those who stand in awe of God lack nothing. The young lion may grow weak and hungry, but those who seek the Lord will lack no good thing. Mark 10, 46 through 51. As Jesus and his disciples and a large crowd were leaving Jericho, Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, a blind beggar, was sitting by the roadside. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout out and say, Jesus, heir of David, have mercy on me. Many rebuked him, sternly ordering him to be quiet, but he cried out even more loudly, heir of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stood still and said, call him here. So they called the blind man, saying to him, take heart, don't be afraid, get up, Jesus is calling you. So throwing off his coat, he jumped to his feet and went to Jesus. Then Jesus asked him, what do you want me to do for you? The blind man said, Rabbi, I want to see. Go, said Jesus. Your faith has healed you. Immediately, he received the gift of sight and followed Jesus along the road.